Hello everyone, this is Husker Eurocat welcoming you back to the San Francisco franchise here on Madden Football. The Niners escaped Arlington with a win against the Cowboys and moved on to the NFC Conference Championship against the Carolina Panthers. Remember, this is a team that descended on Levi's Stadium and proceeded to give San Francisco the loss that forced them to win the following week in Seattle. They've been crushing their opponents since and have not lost a game since they suffered a 3-point loss to the Buffalo Bills in Orchard Park. That was way back in week number 4 of the regular season, so they've proved themselves to be an outstanding football team. The Panthers had 245 rushing yards and threw for over 300 more last week. The only weakness that they were able to overcome, though, was Cam Newton threw 3 interceptions, and that's where the 49er defense may be able to find a weakness to exploit. If they can get enough pressure on Cam to make him make a few more mistakes, they have to be ready to make him pay. One of the Niners' weaknesses all season has been their lack of run defense, and that could be costly if they can't stop Christian McCaffrey or let Cam Newton out of containment too often. So sit back and enjoy as we bring you the 49ers at the Panthers here on the Football Freaks Sports Network. The 49ers receive the opening kickoff, and out of the eye from the 25-yard line, Garoppolo. There's pressure, and Garoppolo is sacked. A 23-yard loss to start out the game. He throws to Floyd at the 26-yard line, 3rd and 9. Dropping back, he throws across the middle, and it is knocked down. Thomas Davis making the play. And now it is the Panthers' turn. A play-action pass. Newton throws over the middle, complete to Curtis Samuel at midfield. And it's first down for the Panthers. Newton throws to Manhertz, and they're calling that complete. San Francisco is going to challenge this, because if you take a look at this on the replay, he was well out of bounds. I don't see how the referees are going to have any choice but to overturn this, and they do so. It is 4th down for the Panthers. And that brings on Osinazik with a good boot. And Dean takes it up the right side, and there's a penalty. Holding is called on rookie Derwin James. And that puts the 49ers back inside their own 15 to start. 2nd and 8. The throw is picked off. Daryl Worley makes the grab and puts the Panthers in excellent position here inside the 30-yard line, just outside the 25 to start their drive. And Newton out of the shotgun throws complete to Curtis Samuel inside the 10. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. And Funches catches the touchdown pass. Although they had a very short field, the Panthers make this one look real easy, as the score now is 7-0 Panthers. Now, the 49ers need to respond here. O'Leary goes in motion. McKinnon takes it to the left side, turns it upfield, and is stopped about the 29-yard line. 3rd and inches. Juszczyk makes the first down up the middle. 2nd and 10 now. Garoppolo drops back, throws complete to Bryce Butler over the 40-yard line. 3rd and 5. Garoppolo throws long, and it is incomplete, intended for Lester Jordan. That gives the ball back to the Panthers. And at their own 20-yard line, The pass is complete out to Greg Olson for a 5-yard gain. That brings us to the end of the first quarter with your score 7-0 Panthers. Now 3rd and 3. McCaffrey up the middle, and he gets the first down just over the 30-yard line. Out of the full house set, McCaffrey takes it to the right side, and he has lots of room inside 49er territory. First down at the 42. Stewart takes it inside the 40-yard line for a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4, Newton back to pass, and that one is just about intercepted. Duke Iannaccio has to be disappointed because that one had pick 6 written all over it. Now 1st and 10. Newton back to pass again, throws complete to Greg Olson for the first down. Ooh, they're going to call it just a little short. 2nd and inches. McCaffrey goes left, and he does get the first down. 2nd and 9, and the throw goes to Ed Dixon, and he doesn't quite make it to the 10-yard line. 3rd and 4, and Greg Olson does not make the first down. That brings on Graham Gano, and the kick is up, and he boots through the 26-yard field goal. That brings your score to 10-0 Carolina. Garoppolo from the 20-yard line throws long, and it's intercepted. Jimmy G trying to get it all back in one fell swoop, and he has that one intercepted. Kurt Coleman makes the grab inside the 40-yard line, and it's Panther ball. Now from the 39, Newton completes it out to Devin Funches, and he's inside 49er territory at the 45. McCaffrey takes it left inside the 40 and spins his way to a first down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning with the Panthers ahead 10-0, a 2-score lead. San Francisco needs something to go their way. Newton throws, and it's intercepted by Ross Cockrell. Back outside the 40-yard line. You see him on the replay working against Curtis Samuel, and he jumps that route, pulls down the interception, and it is 49er football. Now out of the I formation, the give is to Tayshawn Jones. He goes around the right side numbers for a 4-yard pickup. 2nd and 6, Garoppolo throws, and it's complete to Bryce Butler and out of bounds. Now on 3rd and 10, back to throw again, and it's intercepted again by Kurt Coleman. Did you see that? This has to be the same officiating crew as was in the Saints-Rams game, because from what I can tell, O'Leary was interfered with in a big way. Kevon Seymour ran into him as the ball was already in the air. In my book, I thought that was interference. But it's Panther football, and that one goes to Curtis Samuel. 3rd and 5, Newton throws complete. Russell Shepard making the grab. Now Newton out of the shotgun, throws to Curtis Samuel. He's out in the clear and into the end zone. A 46-yard pass play. That one just happened way too fast. Jimmy Ward seemed to be looking the opposite direction, and Curtis Samuel catches that one and is free all the way into the end zone. It is 17-0, and we haven't even reached halftime yet. Garoppolo scrambling, having a hard time finding anybody, and he finds Floyd over the middle. 2nd and inches now. 25 seconds left on the clock, and it's no. Jordan dropped it. 3rd and inches, and McKinnon is denied. And that takes us to halftime with your score 17-0. The Panthers are on top. Now let's go to Eurocat Baby on the sideline for a halftime update.
This week, both teams played an injury-free first half. Well, at least nothing that stopped play anyway. Hopefully in the second half, they can keep it just as clean. As far as what the coaches had to tell me, Coach Shanahan was very concerned because he said that his team was being pushed around in the trenches on both sides of the ball. The running game is not materializing, and Carolina is slicing through the defense with a relative ease. He plans on making a few changes in the locker room here. Hopefully, they can make the adjustments needed, and we can see better production in the second half. Coach Rivera was all smiles because his team is dominating on both sides of the line of scrimmage. He said that as long as they keep playing assignment football and don't lose their intensity, they should be able to come away with a win. He reminded me that San Francisco is a great team, and letting their guard down now would be disturbing to say the least.
Thank you for that report, and San Francisco is going to have to do something spectacular. Being down 17-0, they have to make some drastic changes in order to come back in this one. The Panthers, with a poor return, get it first here in the second half at the 18-yard line. The pass goes out to Manhertz, and he has the first down. No, just short, second in inches. Newton completes this one to Curtis Samuel over the middle for the first down. Now at the 37, Manhertz gets the pass again out of the backfield, and Prince Amukamara is injured. It's his elbow, and he is walking off the field. Newton passes, has this one intercepted. Eric Armstead making the grab, working against Michael Orr, does a spin move and catches that one. It bounces off of his back, it looked like, and he turns around and catches the ball in midair. He gives the ball back to Garoppolo and company, and McKinnon takes it up the middle for a 5-yard gain. Jones takes it right and has a 4-yard pickup. 3rd and inches now. McKinnon with a big gain inside the 20, down to the 15-yard line. 3rd and 7. Garoppolo throws complete to O'Leary, and he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal now. McKinnon gets into the end zone, but there is a holding penalty. Brian Bulaga guilty of the infraction, and that drives him back to the 11-yard line. Garoppolo looking for somebody to throw to, finds O'Leary, and he does not make it. 4-yard line. Garoppolo again scrambling and does not complete the pass, almost intercepted, and that brings on Robbie Gould, and he drills through a 22-yard field goal. That puts the 49ers on the board 17-3. The Panthers from their own 25. Newton throws complete to Greg Olsen, and he carries it to the 45 for another Panther first down. McCaffrey goes up the hash mark for an 8-yard pickup. Now 3rd and 2. The pass out to McCaffrey, spins, and he gets the first down. That brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter with your score 17-3. The Panthers seem to have this one well in hand at the moment. Manhertz goes up the middle, and there is a face mask penalty on C.O. Moore. My goodness, they can't seem to do anything right. And there is Navarro Bowman. He makes the tackle in the backfield, and on 3rd and 15, the give is to Manhertz, and he gets just a couple. That brings out Graham Gano, and he drills through a 41-yard field goal to make it 20-3 Panthers. Out of the I formation, Garoppolo fakes the handoff, throws long, and completes it to Kenny Bell over the middle. Now 2nd and 12. Garoppolo throws that one up, and Jordan comes down with it inside Panther territory at the 38, and Garoppolo is sacked. It looks like Luke Kuechly broke free. Yes, and he makes the sack back at the 48. Now 2nd and 20. Garoppolo scrambling, and Lester Jordan cannot make the grab. 3rd and 20. Garoppolo throws again to Jordan, and he misses the catch again. With only a little over 4 minutes to go, Garoppolo throws, and he passes into double coverage. It's incomplete. And the Panthers take over. Newton throws complete to Kelvin Benjamin inside 49er territory, just inside the 40. McCaffrey takes it up the hash marks for a 4-yard pickup, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Yes, only 2 minutes left in this one, and the Panthers have a big lead, 20-3. Now McCaffrey gets it again, spins his way, and does not make the first down. So that brings on Gano, and he tries a 48-yard field goal, and it is good by a long shot. And that gives the Panthers a 3-score lead. Now on 2nd and 10, Garoppolo out of the shotgun throws, and it is complete to Bryce Butler at the 46. Again, Garoppolo back to pass, throws, and Bryce Butler makes the catch just inside the 20-yard line. The 49ers now in the hurry-up with just over a minute to go. Again, out of the shotgun, Garoppolo throws across the middle, and it's in the end zone. Touchdown, Bryce Butler. This may be too little too late, but King is on for the onside kick. The ball is tracking, and Curtis Samuel makes the grab. So all the Panthers need to do is kneel the ball down, and that is the end of your football game. 23-10, the Panthers are the winners in this one and will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. The 49ers tried to mount a comeback, but it was just too late. After Jimmy G threw 3 interceptions in the first half, and the fact that San Francisco couldn't get any offense generated, it was all but over for the 49ers. The defense played a much better second half, allowing the Panthers to gain less than 100 yards of offense, but the offense couldn't manage to get points on the board. The damage had already been done with a 17-0 halftime Panther lead. If you take a look at the offensive yards, you'll see that Carolina held the 49ers to 40 yards in the first half and just over 140 yards in the second. Very, very nervous about whether or not the offense could move the ball in this Panthers squad, and I was probably right to feel that way. I thought the corners were going to be a weakness. Obviously, the 49ers did too, but Jimmy was picked off by Daryl Worley, although that wasn't a very good toss at all. This could have been Jimmy's worst performance of the season, in the first half anyway. 3 picks and only 160 yards through the air is not the way that you beat the Panthers. The very first play kind of set the tone for the game, in which Garoppolo was sacked for a big loss. The running game was not there as a whole. 43 yards is not going to get you very far. Normally sure-handed Lester Jordan had a couple of key drops, but I think Jimmy found out too late that Bryce Butler was the hot choice for the day. He was used liberally and caught the Niners' only touchdown in that last scoring drive. The comment was made earlier about the play of the defense. After giving up 17 first-half points, 14 of which they were put in bad situations after interceptions, they allowed less than 100 yards, and only 30 of those were on the ground. If they had only played the second half of football, the Niners would have come out as the victors. That ugly first half, though, what a backbreaker. Regardless of how the rest of the D played, Navarro Bowman played at a very high level. 11 tackles, with 2 of those being sacks. I just wish the rest of the defense would have played that well. Ross Cockrell again this week made his presence felt with an interception, but then again, he allowed 4 catches in the game that allowed the Panthers to do an awful lot. Overall, the D did a good job in the first half, given the circumstances, and did an outstanding job in the second. That ends the Niners season, but to be honest, I didn't think they would make it this far, given that Garoppolo was out during the middle of the season. Throw in there that some real work needs to be done in the offseason to make this O-line better, so they can create a better rush offense. You have the makings of a season that turned out better than what my hopes were. Making it to the conference championship was an outstanding achievement considering everything. Well, what happened for the rest of the season? We know that the Panthers were moving on to Super Bowl 54 as the NFC representatives, but what about the AFC? Remember, the Bengals made it all the way to the championship game against the Titans and play in Cincy. And they have won the AFC championship, so the teams in the Super Bowl this season are the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Carolina Panthers. Both teams had the best records in their respective conferences and obviously won home advantage for the playoffs. But how did they stack up to one another? One game separated them in their records, and the Panthers held a marginal lead in the overall strength. But look at how many categories the Panthers were number 1 in, all but in the passing department. Talk about a strong team. How did that translate to the game? The Panthers pull it out by 1 point over the Bengals. If you look at the box score, you can see that they had to come from being down 13 points entering the fourth quarter, but in the end were able to pull off the comeback. It looks as though the Bengals suffered from a lack of a balanced attack as their run game was held to just over 53 yards. The Pro Bowl this year was won by the NFC in a close one, and you'll see who made each team in the off-season video. I just wanted to finish out the entire season in this video since the Niners didn't move on to the Super Bowl. Well, that wraps up this season. Thank you for tuning in to our conference championship weekend coverage of the San Francisco 49er franchise on the Football Freaks Sports Network. Please keep in mind that if you enjoyed this video, leave a like so that others can enjoy it, and make sure that you subscribe and click on that bell for notifications of upcoming videos as well. Be looking for the off-season video where we'll have the Pro Bowl representatives, the yearly award winners, and most important, what changes the 49ers are going to make by way of free agency and the NFL draft. This has been quite the season that saw San Francisco having early success, going through a dry spell without their starting quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo, win their division in Week 17, and make it all the way to the NFC title game with the eventual Super Bowl winning Carolina Panthers. Can the 49ers make enough headway in the offseason to make another playoff run and hopefully make it all the way to the Super Bowl next season? Find out in the next episode as we start season number 4 of the Kyle Shanahan era in San Francisco. So until I see you in that off-season video, for Eurocat Baby and the rest of the crew here, this is Husker Eurocat saying so long for now, and have a good day, everyone.